Yo, Sincere, what up, man? It's Focus the Uprise, man. Let them know what it is, man. Let's get it.
Never underestimate the ones who's willing to excavate through the underground just to unrenown and separate the crowns of yesterday so the culture can elevate. Why celebrate when they kill those who led the way? Say a prayer if you resonate. Test the faith, pour my soul on this pen and paper. We gon' regulate. We ain't following no trends today. Y'all depend on this music like grandma's Section 8. This the uprise where the sun don't lie. Money come and go, let them hondos fly. Free Malachi and all them guys. We don't do politics, so fuck both sides. Must be out your mind thinking they on your side. But it's our time to kick it where the sun don't shine. From the fourth side where the skinny niggas ride. We got the game cooked up like Monroe Fried.
What inspired me to do the CYPHER Room? Well, I wasn't even thinking about doing the CYPHER Room at all. You know, I was really focused on my rap career. You know, getting my business down packed when it came to this music. The Passaic album happened, and you know that right there just brought a lot of unity, a lot of people from different hoods came together. You know, guys from uptown, guys from midtown, downtown, projects, you know, from all over came together and put this compilation album out. And, you know, and I was a part of it. You know, I'm highly grateful for being a part of it. And I started learning more about the business around that time. Kaimo hit me out. He was like, yo, I think you have a gift that you don't know about. I'm like, what's that? Like, what you think? What you talking about? You know, Kaimo told me about, you know, this media thing. He was like, yo, I think you should get into it. You know, I think you got something special right there. I think you should try that. I said, all right, I'll give it a try. So I hit up one of the artists. I hit up one of the artists from the Passaic album, you know, just to try it out. You know, I started doing the interviews and, you know, getting to know the artists. And that really changed everything. Like, and I realized that I am really good at this. Like, you know, I'm good at communicating with other people and you know, putting things together. After the first interview with Marty Sinclair, shout out to Marty Sinclair. He was my first interview. He's the first dude that believed in the CYPHER Room. And we did it. We laid it down in my basement. And you know what? It was awesome. It was like, when it was done, it was like a breath of fresh air. Like, oh shit, damn. I guess I do have a gift, you know? And that right there is what really sparked the CYPHER Room. You know, thanks to my boy Kaimo, you know, for having that vision. So from there, I started interviewing more and more artists. You know, artists that I've known throughout my journey of making music. And, you know, 7 interviews done within 2-3 months. Like, I was knocking shit out. So I'm like, damn, this is turning into something. You know, and then the CYPHER Room, you know, I had to move the CYPHER Room. The CYPHER Room got flooded. You know, and you know, when something bad happened like that, like, you can't let that shit discourage you. You gotta keep going. You know, so I started reinventing the CYPHER Room. So I started bringing it outside and I started doing events. You know, like Thanksgiving giveaways. We was doing that. We was doing we did the Christmas giveaway with Kaimo and friends. Man, it was so dope. You know, I got the backdrop. I started interviewing the kids with their Christmas presents and all that, and the shit was a hit, man. Like, people was gravitating towards it. The CYPHER Room was getting a lot of traction really, really fast. I was getting almost 40,000 viewers in a month, and I was like right there. I knew I had something, you know. So started highlighting small businesses, and shout out to Major League Cut Studio. They definitely gave me an opportunity to use their business to interview artists and also promote their business at the same time, and that was another hit. A lot of people started reaching out and loving it, and yeah, the Cypher Room just grew from there. It's beautiful. It's still growing to this day, and it's amazing. I love it.
Come, bro, let me know, bro. I get this up, bro, for sure, man.
All right.
I'll help you out, man. I'll do you for free. I got you, bro.
Thank you so much, man.
Got you, bro.
Much
Love,
love,
man. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir.
What mean, bro?
Cypher Room, you know what's up,
bro.
Major League Studios.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Have you safe though, man.
You too, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah, I'm bright, cause I'm shining like a diamond, nigga. Blood thick, couldn't cut it with some diamonds. You done woken up, knowing I'm a beast. Should've let me sleep. I'm wide awake, stomach touching my back. Now it's time to eat. If you relate, then circle around, keep it on repeat. I'm at the bottom, but I never seen the face of defeat. No matter what I lost and who I lost, I'm out here winning. If I gotta pay the cost to be the boss, I spent a few millions. I shot, nigga, cut from a different cloth with diamond scissors. Yeah, I'm locked in. I know what it's sending, no algorithm. For the ones who held it down, just know you always solid with them. Either floating or you sinking, just don't end up sharp in them. Whether shooting in the gym or balling in the park with them. Yeah, vice rolling, my smoke ounces full of opinions. 10 toes, feet to the ground, head to the ceiling. With a classy bitch, love how it tastes. Stay as exquisite, asking who made you. Boy, you shining, set a different cloth. And they cut it using diamond scissors. Your mug my hitter, he blowing up, I'm bombing with him. Leave it in pieces, bring it back in case a box don't fit him. And for mines, I lock your head off with a combo, nigga. If it's beef, then shells fill 'em, we leave tacos in them.
I started like reaching out to artists that I haven't seen in a long time, and they was very receptive towards it, and I wasn't expecting for people to gravitate towards it like that, to be honest, but surprisingly everybody gravitated towards it, and I decided to come up with a mixtape, with all the artists that I interviewed, and I called the mixtape the Uprise Volume 1, and it's basically the beginning of something beautiful, something revolutionary, something to change the trajectory of hip hop from where we're from, and man, I got some dope ass artists, man. I got My City, my boy from Patterson. I got Stack Federal Dollars. I got Ghost, the great one. I got NyQuil. Stars Got Bars. She from Connecticut. Yeah, she blessed me with a couple records. Fire. Sincere. Yeah, it was like 10 artists, including myself. So I hit up everybody. I told everybody, listen, look, this is what I'm doing. Is y'all with it? They was with it. A few artists came through to the studio. We knocked out new records. I didn't force no energy. I kept it real pure. I didn't force people to go to the studio. I just hit them up like, listen, I'm going to the studio to put some work in. You come through. Come through if you want. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be there from this time to this time. It's hard to get everybody together, but I did the best I could. You know what I'm saying? I did the best I could. And, man, the guys came together and it was so beautiful, man. Like, the energy was just so pure. And it was just like, to me, it was refreshing. It felt like something new was happening.
What up, baby? It's your boy Kimo. Shout out to Focus FRQNCY. Shout out to the CYPHER Room. The Uprise coming real soon. You got your boy Kimo on there. You already know.
With love, but don't you think you safe cause we cool? And if you think the shoe fits, then I'm talking to you. I'm a different kind of nigga. If it's drama, we get lit up. Blowing the whole clip up, spraying the whole strip up. No warning when it's raw, anybody can get hit up. Back to the wall, never falling, I stand tall. I came to ruin the moment. Living this life, my reflection, my only opponent. Hold that line, it's some shit that I never condoning. These people never really love me and trust me is showing. Trust me, it's showing. I do what I do. Why they really hating my moves? I be with niggas you niggas would wish was part of your crew. Ready for war. My team, we salute or we shoot. And your mouth could be the reason why we coming for you. We humble with love, but don't you think you say cause we cool. And if you think the shoe fits, then I'm talking to you. I'm a different kind of nigga. If it's drama, we get lit up. Blowing the whole clip up, spraying the whole strip up. Once I say it another time, and if you still looking to point the motherfucker rewind.
You know, you watching the making, you watching history right now. It's the Uprise.
From a rock and made it to a half a pie. You were working.
I've been trying to tell them all this time, but they don't get it yet. I'm known to show up every time, that's been my biggest flex. I done lost touch with some homies, I see the disconnect. I still wish them the best, we taking different steps. See it in the eyes, the lies, they all show, it ain't surprised. You was never that guy, we all know. Dropping devils at the bank, blowing troubles got me stank. Now in trouble cause the hustle got me fucking up the ranks. What you think? Don't ever make it something that it ain't. Left his brain looking like Jay hitting with some paint, all red. Only ones I ever looked up to, they all dead. Don't worry about me crushing your shorty, it's all head. Even if nobody died, they all bled. I always hear somebody crying, they all beg. Never had $1 to buy it, it's on cred. I don't think they really gon' try, they all meds. Acting niggas bitched up, acting like they crypto. Ever since my first elder, I done kicked up. Now the pockets lit up, I done see the profits pick up. Got some dots to hit up, got no time to gossip with you. Being mugging and breathing all hard. When I'm looking through the lens, I can see you from afar. With this tough guy you speak of in your bars, had to lay my foot down. Now we the ones in charge, motherfuckers. Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the artists in the building.
Yeah, boss.
Y'all keep me motivated. Static, super nice. All of y'all nice, all of y'all nice. Cause you know we rockin' for hell years. Yeah, let's get right into the next joint. The next joint is called Woo-Ha. Make some noise for Professor Knox. Make some noise for Nina. The host with the mostest. Shout out to all the artists here. Go by My City, I'm from Patterson. Go check me out, The City is March on Instagram. Dropped a project a few months back called Since 85. It's on all streaming platforms now. You can perform a couple joints off of that project. So let's get right into it.
And this is ours, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep it like that. You know, I could have put it on streaming platforms and all that, but it's not worth it. You know, I'd rather put it on my website. If people want to donate to my website, they can. They could download the mixtape for free. You know, with an option to buy. It's up to you. You know, I really try to keep it real street. You know, this is for the streets. This ain't for the industry. This ain't for none of that shit. This is for the streets. So I want to keep it like that and keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? So you go to my website and go get that. You know, I want to show independence. I want to show strength and artistry. You know, no third parties, no fourth party, none of that shit. Straight independent.
I know you used to be where, what's his name?
What's up,
Mickey C.
Yes. Used to rock with him.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I used to rap with Killer K.
Oh, Killer K, yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's when Focus is around.
Yeah, so that's why I know, definitely. We bumped into each other.
For sure, but then also B, had Logan.
Yeah.
Like, multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times. On different occasions, too.
Right.
That's funny.
Word.
But that's how life is, bro.
Full circle, baby.
That's right. Yo, if you pass Cessna, it's almost like
Legendary session with Kaz Cloud.
You're in need, but we chase the cash cause it's all greed. It's still free my people till they all free. I can't fear no man cause it's all, ooh, bring it back. Can't fear no man cause we all bleed,
Mega, it's what we all need, but we chase the cash cause it's all greed. It's still free my people till they all free. I can't fear no man cause we all bleed. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to get it, boss. I pen on the paper more like a hieroglyphic, trying to focus on the cause. But my ambition got me ducking from the law, trying to cut me off. Fighting for my free will, I'm stacking up a Fort Knox, I'm Knoxville. Fighting for my free will, I'm stacking up a Fort Knox, I'm Knoxville. They stopped carrying 22s, the Glock still. I shed a tear for innocence, the cops kill. I'm the dark-skinned dark one, pour the sham sparkling. Murder on the beat, instrumental in the coffin. Piece of the pie, I'm just trying to put my portion. Hungry like an orphan for...
There's a lot of division in hip-hop, you know, especially... I think that's just the culture that evolved into that, you know, the division, the separation, that is what's bringing money into the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that keeps people entertained. The drama, you know, the bullshit. You know, because when everything is united, it's quiet. Like people like the controversy and shit like that. You know, and I understand, you know, it's business. But it comes to a point where if we don't come together, we're going to lose our culture completely to the hands of the people that are against us, the people that are oppressing us. They're going to take that culture and they're going to spin it the way they want to spin it. And I'm not going to allow that. You know what I'm saying? So I chose unity. When everybody unites, I want you to see the outcome. I want you to see what happens. And I want you to pay close attention to the people out there and how they feel about the unity. You know, there's going to be certain people that's going to talk down about it. You know, just pay attention to those people. You know, when everything, we're coming into a unity consciousness now. Like, things are changing. A lot of people are starting to remember who they are, truly, from the soul. And that's what's important to me, especially. Like, that's what's important to me. Like, I'm really heavy on uniting this, you know, making everybody come together. And, you know, it's not a kumbaya thing, but more like, yo, let's recognize what's going on here. Like, let's recognize that the division is hurting our culture, man. It's hurting our kids. You know, the kids are watching, and we have to lead by example. You know, like, we all fighting the same fight. You know, we all gotta wake up in the morning and get to it. You know, and I think that's where we headed. You know, and I'm gonna show and prove it. I'm gonna show and prove that this shit is gonna come together the way it's supposed to. You know, whether they like it or not.
Talk about them days. Gas you up, patch you up, patch it up. Flaws, little bruh. Had it all, little bruh. Free of cost, little bruh. 40 ball. Pro.
What's going on? City, don't ever forget the city. Right here getting this. Just laid this verse down for the Uprise mixtape. Shout out to Focus. You know, it's gonna be a treat for your ears. A lot of dope artists on it. Everybody came to handle business, man. Nobody was playing around with these verses, man.
What's your name?
Bevel. Yeah. Bevel. Shout out to Focus again, the Uprise in May. Stay tuned.
Rain dance and you have nothing to the Bobby Church, baby, alright? I like this a lot. Nice and easy. All weekend long. Look it out, baby.
For everyone that's involved on the Uprise Volume 1, this movement that I'm creating, I want you guys to know from the bottom of my heart this shit meant the world to me. You guys believed in my vision. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I'm gonna love you guys forever for that. For real. Like this shit would not be possible if it wasn't for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for trusting the vision. We're here. We're gonna rise at dawn on May 26th.
Put a hook on this?
No hook. But for right now, I got no hook.
Alright, let's get it. Hey, I like that. I like that.
Yo, I lay the hook down real quick. This how the hook gonna sound.
That's a song on the mixtape that I executive produced myself. You know, I got my boy My City on it and Kaimo on it. You know, I have to say it's one of my favorite songs on the tape. You know, that song right there is the fucking core record that shows the unity that we need.
Gon' want you, yeah. Seeing you winning gon' hurt them. You can't lose, yeah. Talk about them days, dreams gon' come true, yeah. Talk about them days, your friends gon'.
You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for us to tear each other down, especially if we're doing the same thing. Like, it gets to a point where it has to come to a collaborative timeline.
We get crazy full circle. Yo, you on a tear. I said you on a tear right now. Oh yeah.
You know how we're here to change things. We're here to bring freedom in the mind. You want to free the mind first before we could free anything out here. Before we could free our people, we need to free the mind. You know, there's a lot of black and Spanish beef and wars out that's going on right now, and that shit has to stop. You know, we all the same people. With freeing the mind, with that we could break them chains and tear down that social discrepancy that's going on between the blacks and the Latinos and all that. Like, we need to come together. You know, we come from this shit. Like, we have the soul. Without us, there's none of this. There's no type of genre out there that could outdo hip-hop. Hip-hop is a revolutionary genre, and we're gonna display that revolution. You know, this is what the Uprise is all about.
You was more than welcome with open arms. Love is law, thin line between love and war. Ready for it all when God's involved. Freedom.